Hey guys, and welcome back to Code with Aashir. This is the fourth video and I'm Aashir, the founder of Code with Aashir. So please watch the full video. You can find us on Facebook. This is our Facebook. You can email me if you have any doubts during the video, and this is my Instagram. Please follow my Instagram. Enjoy the video. Catch you up after the video. So starting off with tip number one. Tip number is pretty easy and useful. It is dragging and dropping and changing the location of the top icon. So for example, I want to change the location of the volume bar from the most right to the most left. Just hold command and take it all around. So if you just want to delete it, take it down, leave it, it's gonna be deleted. To add it back, go into settings and you can find it over there. So moving on to tip number two. Tip number two is very helpful and saves a lot of time. You can drag and drop anything, and instead of copying it and then pasting it on a text folder, you can easily just copy it from command, copy everything, drag it onto the home page. It's going to create a separate notepad folder. You can double click, you'll find everything here. So this is very helpful, saves a lot of time. Moving on to tip number three, multitasking can be sometimes very hard. So that's why Apple has introduced split screen. So instead of going up and down again and again, what you can do is hold down the green minimize bar until it turns into this large screen. Drag and drop it somewhere and then take the second screen, click on it, you have the perfect size. So now you can use both of them without clicking here and there. You can exit them by going to the most top of the screen and closing it by clicking the red bar. Okay, so moving on to tip number four, that is using emojis into text bars. This is probably used if you're using social media or text messages on your MacBook or your iMac. So to use emojis, you can click Control, Command, and Space, and then the list of emojis would pop up. You can click on any of them, and this is pretty useful if you use your Mac a lot more than your phone. So there you go. So moving on to tip number five. Tip number five comes in very handy and useful when you're signing form papers. So here's an example. So when you're on a form, on a PDF or GIF or JPG or PNG, anything, go up and click on the signature part and click on create signature, and then click on create here to begin and do your signature, sign your signature, and then when you're done, click on any key and click done. Then drag and drop the signature and you can resize it to whatever size suits you, and then click done, save. So this is a great way to save a lot of time and money. So this is tip number six, and this comes in very useful when you don't have enough time to go to another page and search for the meaning or the translation of the word. So if you have a Mac, select the word and click on Control, Command and D, and then you're going to get the translation in English, your second language. You can go to Siri Knowledge, and you can go to App Store. You can find any movies, and this thing comes in very handy. So moving on to tip number 7. Tip number 7 is very easy, and it shows how to bring AirDrop closer to you. So bring AirDrop to your desktop and hold Shift and drag and drop AirDrop to the dock. As soon as you get closer, leave it. There it is. Now you can click on AirDrop and you can easily share any files or photos. So tip number 8 is very easy and very helpful. So this is taking screenshot on a Mac. So for example, you don't want to save the picture but just want to take a screenshot for the time being. Just go down to the picture you like or to the text you like and then click on Command Shift and 4, and then you're going to get this crosshair. Choose the picture and there it is. It's gonna go bottom right. Click on it. There it is. You can click done. It's gonna be saved. So let's go have a look. And there it is. So it's that easy. So tip number 9 is pretty simple. It is using Spotlight. So I use Spotlight pretty much every time, and you can access Spotlight by clicking on Command Space, and you can search up meanings, and you can search up websites, and you can search up applications. You can pretty much search everything here. You can search up for files, folders, bookmarks, images, anything you would want. So this is tip number 10, last but not the least, and this is the tip used to adjust sizes. So for example, you want to make a picture smaller, bigger, you can click on the picture, go to tools on the top, go to adjust size, and then you can either choose pixel, percent, inches, etc. I personally like percent, and if you want to make it smaller, maybe 90 and 75, like okay, it's gonna make it much smaller. It's gonna say edited on the top, and you can rename it, and yeah,